What's happening, guys? Hey, I want to talk about some successful principles today. And if you apply these principles to really anything you do in your life, things will turn out better than you believe they will. You know, your consciousness, if you're aware of your consciousness and you're aware of what you're doing and you're aware of why you're doing it, is a small percentage of the day. You know, you might be just aware of actually what you're doing for 5 minutes, maybe if you're lucky. You know, there's been studies done on that. You know, a lot of people just aren't aware of who they are, what they're doing, why they're doing it, you know, and just all those kinds of things. But these things today, my goal normally is to get every man and woman to understand who they are, the great principles they have within themselves that are free to everyone. They just don't apply to them, they think, or they just don't take the time to do basic things and to understand basic things. Now, using basic principles, and these are successful principles, and you know, it has nothing to do with, you know, lifting weights or, you know, walking a long distance or anything like that. Use this right here, and this right here can make you things beyond your dreams, and they can make your dreams come true. So I'll start out with, you know, you have to have a purpose. What's your purpose? Do you get up every day and do the exact same thing and have a time limit and all of those kinds of things? You know, I mean, do you have a definite purpose? Do you write an outline about what you're going to try to do today or this week or this month or this year? You know, have you written, you know, a grocery list? Really, it's like writing a grocery list. You know, you need so much of this and you need so much of that, you know. So these are the successful principles, 13 successful principles. Now, if you write this down and understand what I'm trying to tell you, and you listen to the things that I'm saying, so you understand who you are, you understand what purpose that you are, that you have. What purpose do you have? Just right off the bat. Okay. Number 2, you know, the mastermind principle. You know, are you thinking when you do, let's say you do a document, and I get a lot of calls, and I get a lot of people preparing things, but let's say you do a document. Are you educated? Did you research? Did you look at the thing before what you researched? Did you look at the thing that you're doing? Did you look at it like at what would happen afterwards? What, you know, what would be the repercussions of what you do? You know, you lay a bowl of candy on the table and you let the little kids run around, and you know they're going to really run around crazy if they get that candy. Now, you have to look at that as, should I leave that lay there? You know, you're buttering, you know, your peanut butter sandwich, and you're laying the knife down and you're babysitting, you know, a couple of 3-year-olds. You can't lay that knife there where them 3-year-olds can get it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. What would be the repercussions of what you did? How many people are you affecting? Is any of this sinking in? Because it should be. Okay? The mastermind principle really is think about all of the angles or everything possible before you ever do anything or get started on anything. You know, and are you going to go the extra mile? That's number 3. Are you going to go the extra mile? And if you look back at my other videos, you'll see the 40% rule, and you might want to look back at that, because that's what I'm trying to say. Do you have the energy to do what it needs to be done to accomplish your goal? Okay? Whatever that might be. So that's principle number 3. Are you ready to go that extra mile? Can you go that extra mile? Can you go another mile past that? Can you go 7 miles past that? You know, how much energy and how much are you going to put into this? Because if you're going to be successful, you're going to need to do these things automatic without anybody nudging you or, saying anything to you. Do you have faith? Faith is huge. You have to have faith. Maybe it doesn't look good as you're starting to do whatever it is that your goal is. But as you progress and you get further and further, and you can see that things will work through because you have that faith and understanding. That was number 4. Do you have the right personality? Because you can have the right personality and you can be chipper and you can be all of these things that you can be, and it's like karma. If you have the right personality and you're thank you and you're welcome, and and you just be nice, it's difficult for that position, to number 5. The self-discipline. Can you get up? Can you go to bed at the right time? Can you eat the right foods? Can you drink the right drinks? Can you get up? Can you get up at the right time? Can you do the things that are on your list, that your goals or your purpose? Can you complete most of those? And if anything gets in the way, you go right on around that and catch it next time. Just having the right discipline. Okay? Now, a positive mental attitude, that kind of blends together there. But having a positive mental attitude, a lot of times when you run up against a grouch or somebody that's just belligerent, they can't find fault in you. If you have that positive mental attitude, people will assist you. And there's no doubt in my mind. Go look at my video. A round peg will fit through a square hole, and look what that lady accomplished. Now, the positive mental attitude is number 7. Now, number 8, now that's enthusiasm. Enthusiasm. Do you have the enthusiasm of what it takes, okay, to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish? And all of these things all work together. What can be against you if you're using these principles? These are the basic, simple principles. That was number 8. Personal initiative, okay? Come on. Have you always, ate what you were supposed to? Have you always had the bill money on Friday? There's things that you just have to take that personal initiative to accomplish. Okay, that was number 9. Learning from adversity. Do you learn from your mistakes? Do you learn from your achievements? And you use all of that as good and positive in the correct way at the right time? It all goes together. And then what happens is, when you're in these kinds of positions and you look at these principles and you're running all this together and you're doing all of this, it causes you to have a creative imagination. Or you should start getting a creative imagination. You need to think about things, okay? You need to think about, is this going to work the right way, and is it going to benefit every element of what you're trying to accomplish, okay? So creative imagination, number 11. Accurate thinking. Are you, do you have those house keys and you have everything you're mailing out? Did you order the cake you were supposed to order? And things like that. Have you done things timely, and have you done this accurate thinking to make your life better and better and better and better every day? Yes, you're going to have pitfalls. But if you have this positive attitude, you have faith, you're going the extra mile, and so on, you are going to get assistance, and spiritually, it's just going to be good for you. But people won't put these principles into practice, and they have a difficult time. Now, you have to have that cosmic habit force behind you, if you know what I'm trying to say. The karma needs to be right. You're working on a project, you're working on a document, you're working on your old case, you're working on your new case that's coming up, and you have these things in order like they need to be. Now, it sounds like a whole bunch of basic principles here, and it is. And it's 13 basic principles. Be who you need to be. Be the change that you want to be. There's nothing stopping you. It's free. That's what I did. It took me a long time. But putting these principles together and understanding that these are called successful principles, and it's for you to be successful in anything and everything you do. And you have to understand that you affect so many people around you that it's incredible. You know, I counted it up one time, and I come up with around 75, 77 people in my life that I affected every single day for whatever I did. Now I can't count it up because it's astronomical. It's you know, people throughout the whole world that have gotten my advice or got some basic thing from me to help them through their positions or their hardships. So I want to pass this on to you today. So I need you to please subscribe to my channel. Please tickle my donate button. And if there's anything I have that you'd like to look into or discuss with me, my phone number will be at the bottom under this video. We'll talk to you soon, and hopefully you can understand these 13 successful principles that will help you succeed in your life in anything you do. We'll talk to you soon.